Greetings, people. This is my top 5 favorite video games of all time, as you could tell from the title below. I put a Walmart bag here because I figured, you need something to look at while I, speak and whatnot. And, yeah, I figure, I just came from Walmart, so why not, use that. So, let's get started. Number 5 just so happens to be my favorite Zelda game of all time. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Why is it my 5th favorite game of all time? Because it is just tops when it comes to Zelda games, and with the story, I love it. I love the story, I love the setting, I love the side quests, I love the masks, I love everything about it. Pretty much anything I said about it in my top 5 favorite Zelda game video. So yeah, number 5, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Coming in at number 4 was a lot of number 1 games for 2013, and it was my 2nd favorite game of all time for a long time until I replayed, some other games that made me remember how much I love them a bit more. But that game is The Last of Us. What can I say about this game that hasn't been said before? It's great. It's a masterpiece, as people say. Great story. Great character development for a video game, great graphics, beautiful list, even though beautiful list probably isn't a word. It's just an epic story, and it's a great journey to go on, the game The Last of Us. And I actually was part of a Last of Us fan film trilogy for the 2nd and 3rd parts. I'll link that YouTube channel down below. You could check them out. They're down below in the description. And you could check them out and see if you could spot me. And, yeah. Number 4 is The Last of Us. Coming in at number 3 is a game I played recently after not playing it for quite a while. And I fell in love with it again. I fell in love with the scenery. I fell in love with the story. I fell in love with the setting. And it's a beautiful looking game on the HD remaster, and that is Shadow of the Colossus. I did not play enough of Ico or Eco, however you want to pronounce it, to make an opinion on that one, but the number 3 spot goes to Shadow of the Colossus. I love I love the setting, the story. I love how it's kind of left to your own interpretation. You kind of make up the story as you don't make it up, but you kind of, think about what's going on throughout the game. And the more you kill these giant colossi, or colossus, whatever you want to call them, you notice the character, the wanderer, ends up looking a little bit worse for the wear, mostly. And yeah, the ending is just whoa, and there's talks of maybe there's an alternate ending. Maybe if you survive a certain something long enough, you can unlock a different ending. But as far as I know, that it's not true. But maybe one day someone will actually try and succeed, and maybe find out that there is an alternate ending. So number 3, yes, 3, Shadow of the Colossus. Coming at you, number 2 is a really, really wonderful, great game. And it just so happens to be part of my number 1 favorite video game series of all time. And that would be Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots. Also came in the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection. So yeah, Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots is the final chapter of Solid Snake's story from the Metal Gear saga, and it's just a great game. A lot of people complain that the cutscenes are too long. I have no problem with it. It's well worth it, and it's a beautiful ending to Solid Snake's story. And I'll admit, I teared up at the end, towards the end of the game. I'll give you a hint about what it's about for those who haven't played it. It has to do with microwaves. I almost cried. I teared up a little bit at that part. And, the ending cutscene is 1 hour and 11 minutes. And I almost cried watching that. I'm an emotional guy. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm emotional. I get touched easily. Touched emotionally. And, yeah, it's just great. The gameplay is awesome, and it's just beautiful ending to Solid Snake's story, as I said. So, number 2 is Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots. Metal Gear Solid is my favorite video game series of all time, if you didn't catch that before. Now, number 1. Number one. I can play this game for hours and hours, and you're gonna have to pull me away to stop. Came out in 2008. It was robbed for Game of the Year. Grand Theft Auto 4 came out that year, and it was robbed for Game of the Year. And, yeah. Fallout 3. Fallout 3 is my favorite game of all time. Why not Skyrim? Because as much as Skyrim is fun, I love Skyrim also, I could play for hours, but I could easily stop. Fallout 3, you're going to have to pull me away. I cannot stop. It is so much fun looting the missions or quests, looting bodies, the guns, the weapons, the scenery, the post-apocalyptic landscape. It's just awesome. The story, Liam Neeson voicing your dad, it's just incredible. It's a great journey. I love this game so much. And what else can I say? It's my favorite game of all time. Fallout 3. So that is my list for my top 5 games of all time. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for my next video. Bye-bye.